Oh, no intro? Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Well, I guess we're live. Yeah, we got to do the song. I forgot which one it was because you sent them without like names. They said like intro and intro two, and I'm like, which one was the funny one?
Oh, I'll shoot it to you right now, just out of GP. I got it right here. I think it's even named.
Oh, well, I'm getting a notification that in order to go live on Twitter now, you have to be a premium Twitter. I'm sorry, X account holder.
What's what you have to pay the $5 a month or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a good
even know
idea.
if it's $5. I ain't paying to be on
I don't even
X.
know how much it is.
Yeah, stupid. Jeff, how are you?
I'm okay. Well, I'm tired.
Tell me about it. Oh wait, I was supposed to start with water.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long week.
All right, so we got AFC West
Yeah.
as our main topic here. Let me find my. I took me some notes and I'm going to write them down so I can show you guys. So who wants to go first?
It doesn't matter.
Don't matter to me. Yeah.
I'll go first. I'll start. I'm going to start with my last place team in that division. And of course, I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. Definitely my last place team. I don't like the makeup that they had from last year. They have a rookie quarterback who I don't see doing any good in the NFL. And they have what's his face from the New York Football Jets, who isn't any good either. So they don't really have any quarterbacks going for them. I got them going at 5-12.
That might be generous.
I was going to say the same thing. Max, who you got for last?
Yeah. Denver Broncos. Same thing. I don't think Sean Payton's going to be able to pull a miracle out of his ass again.
No.
I've never been a big Bo Nix fan. Even with all the great things he did at Oregon, he threw a lot of 2-yard, 3-yard screen passes at Oregon. He was horrible when he was at Auburn. I don't think he's going to be a very good pro, to be honest with you. They lost Jerry Jeudy as well. Jerry Judy's now with Cleveland. Yeah, they're going to be horrible. 5 might even be maybe a little bit high.
All right, my last place team is the same as your guys. Now, when I look at these, I stopped doing the kicker games, and I'm just like, you know what? I stopped that. I was like, okay, these are games I think on paper right now that they can win. The Broncos at 2-15.
2-15.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, 2-15. That's where I have the Broncos. Dead last. Just like you guys. But I'm willing to bet
that number one pick then? Is that what you're saying?
New England's still in the running. So's Carolina. Oh, no, wait, that would be because I got New England 3-14. See, I got it wrote down.
I think it's absolutely amazing because the teams that we
there
just
you
talked about finishing last and possibly number one overall picks about it were tops in their divisions from 2012 to 2016. Well, the Patriots until 2019, but the tides have shifted in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Jeff, who do you have as your third place team? Let's see if we all have the same team.
My third place team, I got the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I think they're going to be better than they were last year. But I think they teeter around that Mendoza line. I think they fall just underneath. Once again, I don't like their quarterback position. Gardner Minshew is a great backup quarterback, but he's not a starting quarterback. He never was. He was great coming in off the bench. He did well, but the minute you put him in as a starting quarterback, it just didn't pan out. That being said, their intern coach from last year is now the head coach, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
He did a good job with the defense. I think the defense improves. They still got Max Crosby, who is dynamite. That being said, I think the defense keeps them into a lot of games. I just don't think the offense has enough to get them to that playoff level. I say 8 and 9.
All right, Max.
I didn't do schedules, but I'm gonna just to change it up a little bit here. I'm gonna say that the San Diego Chargers are gonna take third place. I think it's gonna take Jimmy a year or so to get the right kind of players in there to run his system. So I think they're gonna struggle a little bit this year. So I'd say maybe 6-12, something like that. But yeah, I think the Raiders are gonna be okay this year. And I'll talk about the Raiders in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to San Diego Chargers third place.
Oh, wow. So we got 2 out of 3. I teetered between San Diego Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. After looking at the schedule, because I agree with Max, Chargers is going to take Harbaugh. They lost all their receivers. I don't know. Well, we'll get on them next. But I got the Raiders in third, but I didn't give them as many wins as Jeff. I got them at 6-11. I think they play better. They're going to be more physical. Their defense, just like Jeff said, should be great. Above average, I think, at least. But on offense, Devontae Adams, is that all they got?
Yeah.
That's real easy for another team to hone in on and be like, hey, double cover him and let's let the stash see what he can do. Which, if he gets hurt, who's their backup? The one that attempted to start last year. So,
well, I think they're saying that Aiden O'Connell is going to be the starter with Minshew as the backup. But I didn't see anything special from Aiden O'Connell. So,
yeah.
Neither did I. I guess he's got a lot. I guess he's a pretty confident guy, though. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the quarterback, I guess, in the NFL. But I guess he's a decent leader from what I've heard. But
I just don't think they have enough to go with them.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough playmakers on offense to do anything. Even if he has a decent year, I mean, Devontae Adams is just one guy. All you have to do is double coverage him, and it takes away your best threat.
Because who they replaced Jacobs with?
What's up?
Who they replaced Jacobs with?
Probably
their second string from last year.
I thought they drafted a running back for some reason, but I could be wrong there.
I love our non-knowledge.
I know, huh? Great prep this week, guys. Woo! Killing it.
All right, well, Max Lugel's that. Jeff, who you got third place, which I'm assuming is who Max said was their who's your second place?
Second place is San Diego Chargers. Now, they are going to be a lot better than they were last year. Obviously, with the addition of Jim Harbaugh, they still have a great quarterback. The defense is pretty damn good, too.
I think they got most of their defense back. I think Khalil re-signed.
Yeah.
And the other Bosa signed.
Yeah, they got the gang back. Now, I think the offense is going to look a lot different than it has been. I don't think it's going to be your typical San Diego, West Coast, throw it down the field. You got to think they also lost Keenan Allen, who the Bears picked up. So they will be better. I think they're going to be around the same record as the Las Vegas Raiders. I just think that they have their defense is good and they got a better quarterback, which might take them above it. They might finish with the same record, but I think head-to-head, they end up making it into second place by beating the Raiders twice. They have a better division record than the Raiders will. So I'm going to say 8-9 also.
Wow. All right, Max. So you said Chargers last. So who's your second place team? Max,
I'm going to venture to say it's the Raiders.
I would imagine too, but he looks like he froze.
Either that or he died.
Well, not a bad,
No, I'm here.
bad way to go over
Here. I thought you guys were the ones with the internet issues. My internet's great.
It sure looked that way. So who you got second place?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I'm here. Second place, like I said, the Las Vegas Raiders, baby. I think Aiden O'Connell gets benched and Gardner Minshew comes in and does what he did last year. Takes him to the playoffs, baby.
Gardner Minshew made the
Can't be the
playoffs
same you guys
last
all
year.
the time. Gardner Minshew almost took the Colts to the playoffs last year.
So do you think what do you think their record's going to be?
9-7. No, wait, 9-8. 9-8. Yep, 9-8.
All right. Well, my second place team.
Wins.
My second place team has the same record you just said. It'd be the Chargers. But like Jeff said, they're going to look different. It's going to be a different style. Their defense should be fine. Their division games are going to be rough, and they got some. They don't have too easy of a schedule.
No, but they got 2 wins automatically against the Broncos.
Oh, is their schedule on the tougher side of it?
Yeah, it's not like certain other teams. I mean, I was shocked when I was looking at my first place team. Like, okay, I really can't say they can win that game today. All right, Jeff. So, who you got at first?
The Chefs.
Hey, did you see they kind of redid that commercial, and it's not as good as the original?
It isn't as good. It's still funny. I like how Andy Reid goes, great googly moogly.
That's great and all, but who are the chefs? Great googly moogly.
No, I got the Chiefs winning the division. That's a no-brainer, and I have them going 12-5.
Not bad. Max, do you take the Raiders to go first too?
No, I picked the Raiders to go second place. But to answer some questions about the Raiders, though, Alexander Madison is their running back. So the guy that was in Minnesota, he was the backup in Minnesota. They also, you can't forget, they picked up Brock Bowers, the greatest tight end ever to play in college football. They're going to be just fine. Gardner Minshew, baby. So back to the Chiefs. Yeah, they're going to be fine. Travis Kelce will get married to Taylor Swift next offseason after they win the Super Bowl.
You don't think so? You don't think it'll be halftime in one of the
roses
games?
And cake. No, he's not that brash. He'll wait until after the season. He's got to give Taylor the wedding that she wants.
It's not like either one of them are hurting for money.
I would hope she would.
Did you hear he won the karaoke contest at the Century Links golf tournament, the celebrity golf tournament? He won the karaoke contest. Funny enough.
What did he sing a Taylor song? Did he go Swiftie?
I didn't hear that. I don't think he did. But he did. He did win. He's the big winner.
What do you think? We got Chiefs record at, Mr. Guesser.
13-4.
Wow. You guys gave him better props than I did. So I got the Chefs as well in first. But I'm looking at their schedule and I'm like, I could see them getting up to 12 or getting to 13, maybe 14, but there's some games in there and I'm like, they could lose those just as easy. But I got them winning that division at 10-7.
10, really?
Really? I'm just, like I said, I'm looking at the schedule right now with what personnel, what teams have, and that may change. But that's my preseason deal. I mean, like I said, they could probably get a couple more. I'm just not too certain they will. Like I said, I got rid of my kicker games. I'm tired of hearing about that damn punter.
Hey, that Chicago punter is a damn good punter, though. He's going to win you guys some games, I'm telling you. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you letting me get that in there.
He could be rookie of the year.
He could be rookie of the year. He probably is going to be rookie of the year.
He's a good punter, but he's got to do that first. So, how many teams do you guys have making the playoffs out of the West?
Just the Chiefs.
2. 2 because I opened my big fat mouth about it, and I don't really believe it, but
I got just the Chiefs as well. I think San Diego
probably
a little bit away. Maybe the Raiders are as good as Max says, and maybe they sneak in the playoffs, but I just don't see it.
I don't see it either. I think this is the Chiefs.
We'll see. They played well under Pierce once he got hired, so I mean, we'll see.
Well, he's gonna prod them. Like I said, they'll be physical. I don't see that offense
be physical.
Because I believe Jeff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but their offensive coordinator is Luke Getsy.
This is correct. I forgot about.
Isn't that your screen? Is that your screen pass Bears guy?
Yeah. So, Raiders Nation, prepare for screen passes.
At least 17 in one game.
And in some cases, 4 in one.
On back-to-back plays too, right?
You what?
I said, doesn't he run them back-to-back even?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, he ran 3 at one time. And by the third one, Tampa knew what was coming, and it was a pick 6. And they did this from their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's like 3rd and 1. Let's call a screen. Just run the fucking ball. Yeah, so, there's that.
No way. Running the ball is no fun, especially when you have Justin Fields.
Well, yeah, that was last year. So this year the Raiders get to deal with Getsy.
I forgot about Getsy. Oh, I said 8-9. I'm changing that now. I'm going to go 5-12. We're going to be around the Denver Broncos era.
Yeah,
I don't like Luke Getsy as an offensive coordinator. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, your tight end.
He's not willing to make adjustments at any time.
Yeah, the tight end Max you were talking about. He won't see the ball very much because Komet's a decent tight end, but yeah, he won't see the ball much.
He's a great tight end.
If he can block, apparently, it's going to be screen pass Adams, screen pass Adams, screen pass Adams.
You guys know that, right? So the Chiefs got Carson Wentz as their backup, by the way. So if Mahomes gets hurt, they're fine.
Yeah, but Mahomes not getting hurt. He's the new Tom Brady.
And they wouldn't be fine if they had Wentz.
He'll have his his seasonal sprained ankle that he gets every year. Add to the drama when he gets tired of hearing about Taylor. He'll be like, wait a minute, this is my team. This ain't a Swiftie team. Anybody watch any of the All-Star Game festivities?
I started watching the home run derby before I had to put the news on.
I saw some highlights
because we had a total of 24 tornadoes on Monday night here in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, so
yeah, I heard that.
It was almost like you lived in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it was just one tornado after the next, after the next, after the next. We didn't lose power, thank God, but the sirens went off and we had a funnel cloud just over Broadway, Eric and Bradley.
Nice. No damage?
No damage. But
did a little lowering and hopping.
There was a lot of areas that sustained a lot of damage by us. So I did start the home run derby. I didn't get to finish it because we had to go in the basement. But I did start the All-Star game, and I don't know, it was kind of boring, and the uniforms were god awful.
Yes.
Those were so bad.
I don't know why they just don't.
Those
You know what?
uniforms were nasty.
Just wear your team's uniform. If you're the home team, wear the white.
Here's what we came to a conclusion. Melissa and I were watching this. She said the National League uniforms look like onesies, while the American League uniforms look like pajamas. The pants that they wore, it looked like pajama pants.
It makes
They tried to
sense
make them like
after-
City Connect uniforms, is what it looked like to me.
I don't like them. I didn't like them.
Yeah, it was.
And the funny thing is when they introduced the guy from Miami, he's sitting there with the look on his face like, I made the All-Star team. I was hoping to have something cool to wear because I have to wear the shitty Miami uniforms every day. And here I am in the National League All-Star uniforms, and they're the same fucking color as my uniforms at home. This sucks. The guy from Miami looked dejected.
Yeah, I did see it was a 6% uptick in viewership from last year's game, which was the lowest rated ever game. So this may be like the second or third lowest, but
riddle me this: how did Arlington get another All-Star game? Didn't they just have the All-Star game just a few years ago?
I don't know. Probably not in the old stadium because that's why they had to build the new one. The old one was too hot.
Why do I feel like they have they already had the All-Star game there at some point?
They may have. We'll have to have Mr. Lugler look it up. But my biggest takeaway.
Yep.
I mean, they give the Rangers a All-Star game, but the Cubs haven't had a goddamn All-Star game at Wrigley Field in 34 fucking years.
Has it been that long?
1990 was the last time they had it. So every team has cycled through. Some have had it twice, and the Cubs still can't get an All-Star game. How is that even remotely possible?
Have the White Sox had any since then?
Yeah, they had one in 2006 or 2007.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't.
I don't know either.
Weather off the lake in July is nice, unless you got tornadoes jumping around.
This is true.
But hey, when you're in Texas, you're in tornado land too.
Max, no, they didn't have one. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So it was Arlington, Seattle, Los Angeles, Denver, Cleveland, DC, Miami, San Diego, Cincinnati, Minnesota, New York, Mets, Kansas City, Phoenix, Anaheim. No, that's 2010. So 2009, St. Louis, the Yankees, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, White Sox in 2003. Milwaukee, and then the first doubles was Seattle in 2001.
So Cubs are due. It'd be a nice. Maybe the Cubs aren't pushing for it, whereas other teams are. I would think they
1990 was the last time that they had it.
Yeah, 1990. That's because I remember Sandberg had himself a game that day.
Yes, he did.
Wasn't he the MVP, if I'm not mistaken?
I want to say you are correct. But while Mr. Lugler probably looks that up, my biggest takeaway from the All-Star weekend was the
national anthem.
Yes. That country star. Hell yeah, I'd come out 2 days later and say I was drunk. She was on, so I don't think drunk is the easiest way to say it. She was on something. Had to be Roseanne Barr, and then did better than she did.
It was so bad that they what's his face from the Orioles was laughing. I think the guy in the Phillies when they showed him on the star. He was laughing. He was trying to hold back his laughter. That's how bad it was.
It was so horrible. And Jeff, you'll probably know this reference. Ozzy's sitting back at home going, I could sing better than that after his rendition of the seventh inning stretch.
Right.
which to me, that was the worst one of anything. This one tops that.
I don't know. I was watching. They were talking about bad national anthems. Remember when Carl Lewis sang the NBA All-Star game in '92?
That was bad.
Was it '92? Oh, that was bad too.
Well, in defense of him, he's not a singer.
No, he's not. He tried.
He thought he was, though. He sure thought he was.
I'll be honest with you. This girl that sang it on the Home Run Derby, she's not a singer, anyways.
But she's a country star.
Yeah, anybody can be a country star.
I mean,
as long as you're
you got someone better. I mean, hell,
the national anthem during the All-Star game was actually decent. It was a lot better. I like the fact that they brought out a country guy. Obviously, it's Texas, but he didn't go above his range. He stayed where he needed to stay.
Yeah. Let's see. That's pretty much All-Star game. We got some random topics. The NBA Board of Governors approved their media deal.
Ryan Sandberg was not the MVP. He was the leading
vote getter.
So again, Julio Franco was the MVP. Ryan Sandberg was the top leading vote getter, correct, along with Jose Canseco. And this is the first All-Star game where they had the same name, or a guy with the same name in the game. Greg Olson, a relief pitcher and I think catcher. Yeah, catcher.
Yep. Catcher from the Braves.
From the Braves.
Pitcher from the Orioles.
Yep, good call.
I know some stuff.
I don't think I would have got the pitcher one. I would have got the catcher, though, but not the pitcher.
You don't remember Greg Olson with the Orioles?
No, I do, yeah.
Yeah, the catcher, hell, that might have been his best season he had in his whole career.
Probably by far, I would say.
Back to NBA, they approved it. So TNT or whoever has 5 days to match one of those offers, or all of them if they want to pay that much, which is crazy. Westbrook traded to the Jazz, expected to be released, signed by the Nuggets. I know NBA's not a big Jeff thing, but I think Westbrook to the Nuggets is a good move.
Wow. Wait a minute. What, you say, okay, so I saw a guy traded to Utah. Why would they just release him if they just traded for him?
It was part of the agreement to do a buyout.
That's weird. Okay. The NBA doesn't make sense to me in a lot of shit that they do.
But
Westbrook, Westbrook, I think that'll be good for him to play in Denver.
I think it would be good for him and good for the team. Because sometimes, watching some games last year, they were feeding the ball to Jokic way too much.
Dude, he's the only good guy they have, really. He's got a bunch of role players that he just throws the ball to. But yeah, Jokic is the only good player on that team.
Well, they got, what is it?
But he's probably the best player in the league, too.
Option. But this would be
he's hurt all the time.
This be a good third option. I think it's going to help him. I'm trying to think if there's been any other. Oh, I did see in my weekly WNBA notes, I believe Reggie Miller's older sister is going to coach the WNBA All-Stars against the Olympic team. No, Reggie Miller's sister.
When is that game?
Yeah, Cheryl Miller.
Yes, no, I know. I'm just making fun how Charles always did to Reggie, saying Cheryl's younger brother.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
When is it?
Yeah.
Who's the women's coach? Who's the U.S. women's coach? Is it Ariama or whatever?
July 20th. Is that today?
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 7:30. Let's see. What else is it going to give us? Nope, that's not going to give us nothing. Kobe Bryant's dad died. I don't know if anyone saw that.
He gone.
No, I didn't. Joe Jellybean?
Yeah. All-Star game. Let me do coaches. Let's see. Cheryl Reeve.
Cheryl Reeve
is the U.S. women's coach.
I don't even know who that is. She's the Minnesota Lynx coach, I guess, but
She a dyke?
Probably. She what?
She sounds butchy.
Well, you know,
she looks butchy.
Okay.
A lot of. Yeah. Anyway, so it should be. I bet it's probably the highest rated WNBA All-Star game in history.
Yeah, I'm going to venture to say
by a landslide.
Yeah.
Hell, it might actually outdraw the NBA All-Star game. To be honest with you,
it's possible. Hey, it might outdraw the what was it? The NCAA championship game.
Yeah.
Men's. It might outdraw that because the women's NCAA championship game outdrew them by a ton this last
year. The whole whatchamacallit outdrew the whole women's basketball pretty much outdrew men's.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, in all honesty, men's college basketball, they're all a bunch of one and doneers. So you're watching a bunch of kids that really they're actually going to college and playing basketball, not playing basketball and maybe going to college.
Right.
Right.
You know, all your good ones are gone. You know, it's not like it was. The NIL, it's not helping basketball either. Which, anybody get the college football game? Got mine yesterday.
Oh, you got it?
I did.
How is it?
Have you played it yet?
I downloaded it yesterday. I haven't played it. I turned my Xbox on for the first time in like 6 months, and there were so many updates. I was like, yep, I'm done. I got them all in the queue and said, we'll just try tomorrow. But if it's anything like the last one.
Download?
It was a 30 gig download. I didn't look at speed because it was in the queue. I had a bunch of games that had to be uploaded.
Fucking couple hours.
Oh, no. Well, not if you have good internet. I had one game that took maybe 20 minutes, and it was a 50 gig.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's like the last one because if you remember, Max, we used to be able to do that online dynasty on there.
Oh, yeah.
Do all the recruiting. A lot better than Madden.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty badass. From what I've heard online. I guess the recruiting, though, is even more in-depth than before, which I don't know.
I was reading today that Madden EA Sports is concerned about Madden sales because of how popular College Football 25 is and should be. It hasn't been around in years, you know, so this year's going to be huge. But Madden doesn't do any updates. Every year you get a new year added to it and a roster update.
That's it. It all looks the same. It's
the
all
college,
looked
the college game to me for the last five years that they did college football, the college football game was better than Madden.
Oh, easily.
Way better, in my opinion.
Jeff, you going to pick it up or?
I don't know. I'm undecided right now.
It's it'll be interesting. I'll have to let you know how it goes because I'm excited to maybe play it a little bit.
They got the option in that game to create your own team and your own like university.
They used to.
Yes and no. They do. Okay, they do again, but it's not ready yet. They didn't have it ready at launch. They're supposed to, I guess, announce something today about when it's supposed to go live. And rumor has it is it might not go live until Madden comes out because it's supposed to be on the same server as the Madden Ultimate Team server or something along those lines.
See,
but they're supposed to announce it today.
I think Madden needs to go back to doing that. They used to have it all the time in the old Maddens where you could relocate your team if you sucked really bad and start, build your own, build a stadium, new uniforms, create it. They just don't have that option. The only game that I honestly see that has that is the NHL games. You could create your own stadium, your own jerseys. You could take a team that sucks super bad and use your team to do that with that roster. I think it's. I think
they used to have that. The
they
last
used
one
to,
I played a couple years ago. The coolest feature to me between Madden and college football, or used to be NCAA, was you could export your draft class into Madden. And to me, that made Madden better, because then you weren't getting these generic guys and people that you created or the team you made, went into the Madden game. But then I still didn't play it much because – you could do 30 years of NCAA in one dynasty.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting how the NIL goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested to see, is how you recruit your own players to stay at school rather than transfer out.
Just if they have a 9mm option, there's your option right there.
Right.
You ain't going nowhere. Any other topics out there? I haven't heard much on anything else. Trade deadline for baseball comes up soon.
I heard possibly Cubs are looking to shop Justin Steele.
What?
Yeah, they were talking about that today on the Score. Because honestly, I think the Cubs are going to be sellers.
They are, but why do you want to trade your best pitcher when you need pitching?
Because it's the Cubs and they suck. I mean, they're not as bad as the White Sox, but we don't have anything good for us happening in Chicago right now. Everything is so abysmal. The most excitement that we have in the city is the fact that we're getting 24 tornadoes in one day.
Well, I mean, it took the topic off the Cubs for a little while.
Like, I listened to the game today. I was at work. It sucked. The Cubs fucking suck. They can't hit their way out of a paper bag.
I did hear today, I was reading that Bellinger may be an option to be traded, but teams are not.
Yeah, same with the Mariners.
Because I saw Mariners or Yankees are the top teams, but they may not want him because of the player options.
Yeah.
At $30 million. Plus, who is the other one? There's another player there talking about. But I did see the Cubs fired Suzuki's interpreter, so it makes me wonder what the hell he did.
Yeah, I wonder. Probably gambling. The Japanese love to gamble.
And then I also saw Cubs-Dodgers Tokyo season opener next year.
Yep, I saw that.
I wonder if that's because the Cubs have 2 Japanese players and
it's exactly
the Dodgers
why
have Ohtani. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Dodgers have 2. They got their pitcher too. He's on the DL now. Remember the
Oh, I forgot about him because he's hurt.
Yeah. So that's why they did it, is because the amount of Japanese.
So the team builder stuff you have to do.
He's still on football. What now?
So team builder you have to do online. You set all that. Yeah, I'm late. You guys. Team builder you have to do online. It's up and going now, but you have to set it all up on the internet rather than through the game.
So you have to go to the website, set it up.
But it is up and running. Yep.
It's kind of cheesy. If I'm going to play a game, I want to do it all on the console.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if I wanted to play on my computer, I'd play on the computer. Anything else, guys? I'll get that intro downloaded.
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to be an option.
Put it on here. Say what?
Trump almost got shot. Did you hear about that?
He did get shot. How did you not hear about that? and now you got all these COVID mask wearers that wore it for 2 years talking about you don't need no earpiece. It only was his ear. Like, oh my God. You wore a mask for 2 years. Yeah, he might be overplaying it, but it's not a mask. And yes, he did get shot.
Well, Biden got COVID, though. I mean,
on his fucking ear.
Say what, Jeff?
So it looks like he's got a damn maxi pad on that ear.
Yeah, it's quite a large oversized bandage for where he got shot. He should have called
a diaper around his head.
He should have called Evander and been like, "Hey, what'd you do when Tyson bit your ear?" I just put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I gotta have the biggest Band-Aid ever.
It's the best Band-Aid in the world. Huge. It's a huge Band-Aid.
Biden might be dropping out though.
He probably needs to. Hulk Hogan was a speaker at the RNC. He's 70 years old and can still rip that extremely thin, stretch-out shirt off. No, he was Hulk Hogan, not Hollywood. It was Hulk.
Except for the bottom. He had problems. He had problems going through the bottom, though.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you're right. It was Hulk. But
you see Kid Rock performed at the convention?
I heard he was there. I did not see it.
Yeah, well, nobody else did either because there was only like 10 people watching him put on his show. It was pretty brutal in terms of Kid Rock. I would have just left the stage. It honestly looked like a garage band playing at their first concert, and the only people there were the parents and maybe girlfriends.
So the RNC had him come to play, and then nobody was there. Was Trump even there?
No, he doesn't give two shits about Kid Rock.
Wow, that's kind of insulting. Maybe next year you're like, yeah, I'm not going to go. So yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have Ted Nugent there also.
Well, maybe after what occurred Saturday, they decided not to have someone so pro-gun there.
Right.
Yeah, it's been interesting what I've been reading about some of the stuff they've said about that shooter. Like, oh, they saw him here. He tried getting through a metal detector but turned away, and they were looking for him. And he like walked by a bunch of people, and they're saying the not Social Security. I mean, that's fucked up too. But Secret Service is sitting there. They're like, oh, they're so messed up. I'm like, yeah, but it's better than what they have at other places. You know, didn't Minnesota disband their police after the George Floyd thing? We don't need police.
Yep. Dumbasses.
Yeah. Hey, Chicago was talking about it under Beetlejuice.
Ooh, Larry Ludfoot.
It's yeah. We don't need police. Yeah, just let the crooks go everywhere. Oh, and we lost Max.
Max gone.
Yeah, but I guess our internet sucks.
I don't know. I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I mean, his internet is definitely a lot better than what it was. Yes. Definitely. Oh, he's trying to come back. We need the password to get in.
Yeah, I guess it was my internet fucking up earlier. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we decided that while you were gone.
Yeah, way too many windows open. My bad.
So,
but it's still way better than it was. So,
have we rambled long enough to nobody? I saw we had a couple of viewers at one point.
Hell yeah,
that's good.
I do like how the song does say something about the ones of the nuns and stuff. Yeah,
I was so happy I was able to rhyme that in there. I was like, hell yeah, perfect.
So we all agreed on the same one, that kind of corny, funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I said,
and I think that was
get it right. I sent it to you.
Yeah. Now we don't need to play it for 2 minutes or however long it really is.
No, it's only like a minute. Like I say, the first minute is all you really need.
Yeah, I'll just start randomly playing it throughout when Max talks. When your internet freezes, the song's coming on. That's our shtick.
There you go. I'll send you one too. I got one that I did for my video intros. I'll send you that one too. You can play that one for us too when I freeze up inside.
You should have added in when Max's internet freezes.
No, because that's not going to happen. It just happened
Oh,
today because
okay.
I had too many windows open. You had me doing
Gotcha.
too much research, man.
All right, guys. I guess that's it.
And
I
my
guess
phone
we'll
was
call
dead,
it
so I can use that.
for a Friday. I guess maybe we'll plan on Wednesday
When do we-
next week, or do we want to try a different
Okay,
day?
let's.
No, Wednesdays work.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Wednesdays. I mean, any day normally works for me. So
Yeah, usually me too, but not this week. All right. Well, I guess to the nuns of the
Overnight
ones
guy.
of nobody watching, we'll chat later.
thanks for coming.